Hey, and welcome back to TheLimeGreenGamer. Here I go again, playing at around midnight. Really need to stop doing this, but yeah, here we go with the rookie day one. Something you will notice is I have played this game quite considerably. As such, collectible cards will not be visible. However, I will again, just like the rest of the sections, be treating it as a separate video, basically a walkthrough as you wish. The thing about these cards is most of the time they're way off the beaten track. They take a lot of effort to find and even more to actually gain sometimes. They can be off specific angles on ramps, way off course. So if you're trying to win, not the best option to try and collect them all. But yeah, here we go with the rookie and starting off on day one. As you can see, I've only got one to get first place, so hopefully get that during the course of the video. So here we go. We'll try remaining as quiet as possible.
Hey there, the name's Cutter, and I make movies. This one's about a bunch of crazy bastards who don't much like the 9-to-5 grind. See, these lunatics found themselves an empty city, and for 2 days, they raced the most dangerous races of their lives.
So, here we are, day one of the festival, and you're all thinking, hey, big dog, you crazy old coot, why have we come to a city, huh? Can't off-road in a city. Well, there's gonna be a quake in that city, and not just any quake. All the workers have been evacuated from the hive, so that's our city now. They got most of the people out, but not quite everyone. Some crazy folk are still in there. Either they don't believe in the apocalypse, or they're too far gone to care.
We're not here to get involved in their business. You see those guys? Just drive around them.
Or through them. Whatever.
Rookie qualification cutoff is 5th place. You Brotherhood guys, racers in your crew need to come in 3rd or better. And as for you veterans...
Well, I'm gonna win, because that is what I do.
My first race, okay?
Mash! Pay attention, kid! Bring your A game. I didn't let you stay on this boat just to die first time out the gate. Follow the chase buggy, head for the signal, okay?
Let's do this!
But yeah, that is one of the first interactive, well, not really interactive, but basically a comic animation format. Very smooth, fluent, and incredibly well done. I kind of wish other games would take that approach rather than the simple, you know, flick page kind of animations with one frame every 10 seconds. So here's basically the race course is before the inevitable destruction, which is the apocalypse. I mean, it is a good thing, hopefully, for you lot to actually remember what these courses look like, because by the end of the second day, even on a rookie setting, these will be nothing like this. Here being the harbour, probably the closest you'll actually get to off-roading. Very open level, but incredibly dangerous, which you will learn over the course of these videos. So here we go, getting ready for the first race, straight off the boat and straight into action. Now, something I'll admit with these videos, because I've played it, a lot of the initial surprise has been lost. This wasn't really intentional. I did try recording them and had some serious desynchronization issues. But beauty about MotorStorm Apocalypse is so much is going on. For example, that guy blowing himself up. You just really don't know what to expect. But what you're actually seeing here is the preset. it's basically the setup of the festival itself, kind of really quite informative this time around, of how they choose the race courses, the setup, how they get essential maintenance around. Oh, there we go, I finally have boost, get this moving on. Can't race like that though, I love first person, or bonnet view as it is in the racing. Some more of the vehicles being airdropped, always fun. Very handy tip that, any MotorStorm veteran will let you know that RAM is essential. Especially on tight turns like I just did there. Interesting thing with the boost though this time around is different vehicle classes cool down different rates, different methods, different handling now because they're heavily physics based. Massive improvement. As you can see with the slowdown, trying to be informative, however I really do wish there was an option to turn that off. Quite a common complaint, but thankfully during the actual races themselves, it's got to be an initial button prompt. It saves a lot of swearing. Beep beep. Another thing you will not see is trophies. Basically there's bog standard trophy every race. If you win you get a trophy, well not really win, more of a qualified. If you do win however, you've got to win 13 races in 13 different vehicles. You will then get a trophy. Each first place win unlocks a hardcore mode basically, or a challenge mode depending on what you want to view it. I will go by the hardcore mode because the requirements are ridiculous. Again, those are going to be in a separate video. I haven't even began to attempt the first one because the stories alone I've heard from the very lucky people who actually have this game at the moment is they're equivalent to trying to race backwards up a hill during an earthquake. Ridiculous requirements down to time. Game's got some nasty slingshot physics and racing. But yeah, be quiet for this.
I've got it.
This one more of a comedy animation, just a bit of information of how the actual rookie got onto the ship.
Jeez. I think we have a bigger rat.
Hey, want a magic nut bar?
As you can tell by the rookie, he was never meant to be MotorStorm. He's never been in MotorStorm before. Basically, he's a stowaway. As you've seen, stowed away with the nut crunch bars, something he mentions quite often. He's, from what I can gather, he was meant to be a professional kind of track racer, but he decided not to go that route. Kind of drifted with the MotorStorm festivals, then finally managed to stow away on the ship itself. I'm guessing this was from Pacific Rift, going by the time frame of the games. Hey, a bit of buggy action now. Depending on different vehicles, I'll have different views. Whoops. Because, like for example there, you really do kind of need to see what the opponents are up to. AI in this game is very nasty in terms of they'll always try a tail swiping you. They'll never go for the front, they'll never go for a full-on side. If they can, they'll always clip the back wheels. Creates a lot of problems, especially on the turn-ins. Not really bad during the rookies, but during the pro, when it's more of a survival than an actual race, it really does create some dramatic turning issues. Ooh, bit of nasty drifting going on there. As you've probably seen by this one, there are a lot of routes to take through these streets. Different ones eventually get locked off in different ways with different chaos, calamities and real-time events. massive improvement in my eyes. A lot of people don't like it because it's lost the openness of the original Pacific Rift. MotorStorm, Pacific Rift being my actual favourite. Again, not really as open as the first game, but different taste. I mean, I'm more of a Mario Kart racer. Play that quite heavily, as most of you probably seen with the Game Station videos. As such, MotorStorm just is a perfect blend for me. I basically go off the concept of MotorStorm. If you don't crash at least once, then you're not playing correctly. You really do need to push the vehicle and yourself, otherwise, you know, you might as well just go pick up something like Forza. Basically what you're seeing as well, worth mentioning, is nothing's really destroyed at the moment. Each event is based over 2 days. He's been 2 full days. Rookie, Pro and Veteran, which I've mentioned before, everyone's pretty much aware of. However, each of those races acted on different time frames in the same zones over different routes, as you were. This in turn gives you this really quite fragmented story, but when you kind of realise the order, you actually see the natural destruction of the city. Bit of a handbrake action here. Ooh. And that's a pedestrian. My bad. But yeah, as I was mentioning, MotorStorm does have the rubber banding, or slingshot racing. You can never fall too far behind because the AI will constantly make mistakes, blow up, basically sometimes even stall. I captured this beautifully well collecting the cards because I was ignoring the race and deliberately being in last place so I could have a leisurely drive and collect the cards, only to find out.
Nash is as new to MotorStorm as I am. We checked out the pre-festival party together.
I'm gonna have to remember about these and try not to interrupt, sorry.
Man, this old carrier, it's got all the vehicles and mechanics, helicopters and medical stuff, everything they need to do their thing. Holy crap, what the hell is that? We're gonna race in that?
But yeah, like I was saying, last place, collected all the cards. Suddenly then, I find myself in 4th place. I mean, I didn't even try. I wasn't even trying. I just simply collected, drove, and somehow still turned up 4th. Very bad when it should overlap me several times. Same with 1st place. You can never actually overlap the AI because there would always be a point where one of them will manage to somehow breaks the speed barrier itself and travel forward in time in front of you. It's quite problematic. So this is the first level in the game you're actually introduced to dynamic events. As you see, usually first lap is fine, preparation, get your bearings, learn the layout, and then you basically got to race on based on anticipation. Ignore what you're seeing and be very reactive to what you're actually feeling. You can't treat a racing line as an absolute. Another thing is you probably notice is you cannot select your vehicle. A lot of people basically QQ'd over this. What was the point? I think it's a really nice added challenge. That plane just flew on the right. Very good thing if you actually remember it, because you will notice during the Pro introduction that plane comes into effect. Kind of giving you the understanding of the time scale these races are based on. Whoop, fail. Get out my way. Ah. There's that full-on backlock again. I think this is going to be a first-person race. Time to push it. Kind of disappointed there's no horns for the cars. I mean, especially when you kindly want someone to get out the way, you really don't have that chance. But yeah, here comes the siren, and yeah, basically enjoy. Trying to be a professional racer, but we all make mistakes, and I do apologise if I come across a bit noob. Beep beep. Where? Recovery. Wait. No matter how many times I play these races, there's always stuff that surprises me. So yeah, I'm not sure how podcasting's going again. People seem to like these videos. Not sure about the talking. I'm not one for talking while I play. I find it quite distracting. Move in front. Can't wait until I move. Really do miss my THX certified full range speakers, especially with this game. I haven't even had the chance to hear it in surround sound. I mean, the roar of the engine must be incredible. Whoa, very interesting. Somehow I managed to boost while driving my car sideways up a ramp. Boom. The good old MotorStorm trick. If you are just seconds away from that winning goal, blow yourself up, you usually get a bit of propel momentum, and usually just, if you're really lucky, just steal it. But yeah, there we go. Finished the race in first place, unlocked hardcore race in special events.
Alright, enough chit-chat! Listen up! Boost is your best friend. Use it all the time, but don't overheat. Tyler, show us why! Any questions?
I like how that nice little tip is actually given towards the middle of the first day. Would have been handy to know it during the actual introduction. Loading screens, I have to say, MotorStorm are really not that excessive when you really take into account the actual capabilities of the game. Oh, there we go. AI wants to play dirty straight away. And one's already blown itself up. Congratulations. Get out of my way. Ah. I would really love to play this game online, because AI is all fail with English. I really need to stop doing late night videos. Pre-programmed routines. There's always set conditions to set outcomes, and eventually to a point to become predictable. Humans, on the other hand, are just naturally chaotic and highly unpredictable by nature. And this is just one of those games that begs to see the outcome. Yeah, thank you for that. I can't seem to win with the camera because I prefer a locked on camera. This seems to have a bit of float, as you can see, with turning. This, on the other hand, seems to float even worse. So it's like the lesser of two evils sometimes to switch through multiple views. A lot of riots going on, always fun while you're racing. Just in time. I have noticed in this game sometimes you can actually push harder than the actual events occur. Ooh, good use of RAM there. Someone's shooting my car. Being shot actually helps the overheating and does it quite dramatically. Molotov cocktails, not as bad, easily cooled off over time, but bullets are very bad. Ah, fail. Hate that green truck. There always seems to be one AI that assists. Or assists probably not, but more has a vendetta against you. Always clipping your back on turns and always coming out of the blue. Again, part of the rubber banding. Not game breaking, but kind of takes away that, you know, that elitist feeling when you finally get to overlap someone on the last lap. Ninja. Oh, and someone crashed into the line, it didn't even make it.
Got a demonstration here, so let's wake up. You've got to know what you're racing on. Mash leads off the line, but he's gonna lose ground once he's on the gravel. Mud's even worse for the light vehicle. The truck's just fine, but... Yep, he's a goner. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. How come vehicle destruction in this game is taken quite lightly. I mean, a lot of the events, especially in Pacific Rift, just show them launching vehicles into the water. There has to be a point where they're going to run out of actual decent vehicles when you think of the amount of work they have to do to tune them up. ATV is one of my most hated vehicles. You're too vulnerable, it's incredibly light, there's quite a swing with the character and the actual turning of the vehicle itself. And as you can see, there's also supercars. But yeah, as you can see, this ain't gonna end well. Get out the way. Good cooldown on it though. Should have really went for the park but missed the turning by miles. Wrong button. Go me. And just for the record, he assaulted me. There's remains of another bridge. There is quite a lot of story that's told within the environments themselves, just during the races. The comics between loading are really good in themselves, but they're more character driven. The environment's detail and the evolution, or should I say the de-evolution of its destruction, is just mind blowing when you basically link all these videos together. I mean, I will be linking them into a playlist. I might even go to the point where I might actually try splitting the videos, regardless of the days and difficulty, actually into the order of the events within the game. Probably harsh, and I'm pretty sure I hit that person before, so I don't know why they're back. Trying to go for a trophy here. I believe it's 3 stunts successfully during the race. 1 more on the big jump coming up, so hopefully pull it off on that. Missed up that turn in, a bit of mud, and lost grip completely. Alright, so I'm firing bullets. There we go. Will I make it? Victory! Kids, don't try that at home. I don't want to be blamed for that. Okay, if you look at the bottom left, there seems to be a guy trying to stick his head up my character's ass. Disturbing. Creaky chair too.
So you didn't get kicked off the carrier?
Well, they're not big on stowaways. but Big Dog said I could stay.
When you're boosting, hold the boost, kid. More efficient.
All at once, huh? Same with cooling?
Yeah, and to cool down faster, let off the gas in the air. Or drive through water.
Hey, Big Dog,
Hey, kid.
You! I know you. You're MASH. I've seen you race. You're awesome! So, instead of going pro, he came here. What an idiot.
I wouldn't exactly call him an idiot, though. I mean, if you know the apocalypse is coming, I would say he made a hell of a good decision. I mean, what better place than on a aircraft carrier? Able to go to any city, stock up at any time, and be fully prepared. If I remember right, this is your introduction to monster trucks, as in bike is bad versus a monster truck. Yep, there it is. Whoa, and there we go. Really got to get away from that thing. And trying to be crushed again. Oh, and he's gone. I'm not sure when you crash if you leave it in slow motion if it affects. Oh, this is gonna end bad. Affects the actual placement, as in will it reset you where you know, like with a slight penalty, or the longer you leave it, the bigger the penalty. Oh, come on. Where's the sportsmanship? And there's a yellow Harold again. I missed it. And I missed that one too. Good fail. Whoa. Seriously, mate. Eat it. Whoa, too far. I will point out there is a trophy for actually overheating your engine and doing a full cooldown during the jump. Again, I've already got it. Oh, and that was a collectible card if anyone actually saw that. Again, way off course. What are the chances of actually grabbing that during a race? No, I did it again. Although for some reason it took quite a while to reset me. There we go. One mistake and everyone's here. Oops, missed. I'm going to try a different approach this time. And it's going to end up bad. The bike's got one of those unique mechanics of body weight as well, from holding up to dig in. And there's also another trophy, actually winning a race without destroying yourself. But there's no fun in that, and like I said, if you don't crash at least once, you're not playing the game correctly. I think at this rate as well, I might actually be doing day 1 and day 2 in the same video. Worst case, again, I'll just split them manually and actually make a playlist. Playlist then gives you the choice, you can select the race and so forth, a lot easier for the viewers. Also helps me keep track.
Hey, Shimi, what's with the gun?
Flare gun. It's our danger signal. Green for the tremor, red for the big one. Just in case.
Here's Ty to demo the e-brake. There's no shame in braking. Use it to whip out the tail. Turn quicker.
What's he doing? Come on, man, brake!
Aw, crap.
Whip the tail! Hey, whip the tail!
Any questions?
And please do not type in the comments, is he dead? I hate those comments. It's doing quite often with a lot of other videos. He is still alive, you saw him at the start on day 3. I'm kind of wondering if I should do some kind of accent with these videos as well. I know it's a lot of successful videos really push the voice, they keep raising up and down and it's like hooray and all and round. I'm quite a monotone speaker, you probably guessed that. Only time my voice rises is when I get either shocked or excited, and well, that's really rarely. Whooey, I forgot about this one. You're basically in a truck that handles like a building. Really slow on the turn, if not none. Gotta use the handbrake really efficiently while keeping up the speed. Again, during elimination as well, creates a lot of issues. Really gotta play the route safe on this. Good thing is though, they can't clip my back. Mwah. So as you can see, this was the beautiful suburbs we were racing in before. This is quite later on, and the state of it is very bad. You can try ramming me all you want, I was in a truck. Try not swearing, but I really did have the urge then too. Maybe I should actually do a video with swearing and put a censor warning on. Hell, why don't I just swear and have a censor sound and make it more amusing? I've been thinking about it for a while, probably something like Yoshi or even a Murloc. Add that bit of a layer to the videos. I mean, I don't need to swear, but you know, you do have quite a lot of those moments where you just can't help yourself. Again, I really wish there was some kind of horn. How can you race in a truck without a horn? As you can see, my route is pretty defined. Kind of a spoiler in a way, I suppose. I mean, these are more of walkthrough videos. But that's only if I win. I will be failing quite later on. Something the AI never does though is boost out of corners, and it's something that is rarely mentioned. Oh, congrats. Timing your boost out of a corner is a dramatic benefit in all forms of racing, especially the heavier ones like this. And I just missed my turn. I'll take a shortcut. Nope, can't take a shortcut. Invisible wall. Fail. Again, rubber banding, very bad. You're in first, you make a mistake, you get punished. Normal racer, you're in first, you got quite considerable lead. Make a mistake, recover. it's quite destructive in that sense. Again, it's not even out, so for all we know, they might be completely redesigning the levels, taking out a lot of references, toning it down. They might even be removing the pedestrians because of the Carmageddon fiasco when that was originally released. It's just too many things they could do. Hell, they could just scrap it all together and just move on to MotorStorm 4 or 5 technically in the story arc.
When the city was evacuated, not everyone left.
Congrats. Guessing that's gonna be what's gonna happen when people can't play Call of Duty anymore. Complete withdrawal symptoms into alcoholism. As you can see, there are indeed nighttime levels as well. Quite interesting, because as I mentioned in the customization video, multiplayer wise you can customize your vehicles with extra lights and they make a massive difference, especially even in tunnel sections. The many possible routes on this. Super bikes, awesome. Whoa, where am I going? Why did I fail? Oh crap, there's a tank. And I missed the card. Yeah, for those who spotted the tank, yes, they are there, and yes, they will fire. A few unlucky cases, kind of like, I'm really bad with the naming of the levels. There was a level in Pacific Rift that actually fired anti-aircraft or artillery guns into the sea. However, if you timed your jump incorrectly, you could indeed, mid-jump, be hit by them, which had happened multiple times to me. Same situation in this. These pedestrians or looters, as well as the military, are having a full-on scale war, and if you do happen to race in the middle of it, you will be punished. Whoa, seriously people, thank you for that. There goes one route. Again, you really gotta get to know the levels because a lot of the vents will cut off your route, so you need to quickly adapt on the fly. Oh, there's more looters. Yep, there's the tank. Thank you for that. Whoa. As you saw, I've collected quite a considerable amount of the cards, but that's basically going back over the races with the selection, ignoring them and just collecting. Something I will be explaining because of our few do's and don'ts I've realised. Right, thank you, Chopper. Made it through that. As you'll notice in a sec, there are quite a lot of events. They're all timed, they're not yes or no's pre-programmed. You think you can push it? Push it. Hell of a risk. Managed to do it. Congrats. Oh, made it through and got shot. Very nasty. No, what are you doing? Oh, recovery. Did I steal it? Okay, I reset past the finishing line and didn't get credit. Interesting. But yeah, as you saw, I already had first place on this race, but yeah. I really have no words for that. Quite a shocker to be behind the finishing line and not get the credit. Hopefully they're taking the downtime of actually with sales to fine tune a lot of these issues.
You okay, Shimi?
She needs space.
Someone died, huh?
One of the Brotherhood. What's your name?
MASH. So, what's up with your eye?
It's glass. Hey, not many guys look me in the eye.
Get lost, Candy.
Meow.
Come on, Mash. Let's go and watch the fireworks.
Typical MotorStorm fashion. Hell, screw fireworks, let's just launch a car. And there we have it. You get a recap of your day. That's day 1 done and dusted. Sadly, I cannot believe that last race. But it's quite nice that once you get the initial first place, it realizes that, so you can continue without worrying too much of coming last. That is kind of one of the mechanics I have played against the game itself in order to get the cards. Again, I will explain further in a separate video. Again, as well, they could patch it out. I really do not expect this game, if it's well, there's an estimated release date of the 1st of April within UK. If it doesn't come out then, because it's supposedly delayed indefinitely until further notice, going by Sony's own words, it could just be completely being reworked behind the scenes. But we'll not know until it actually officially gets released.
I'm gonna get you this time, Ty.
Oh, and here comes to one of the references that I'm pretty sure will not be in the final release.
Let a pro show you how it's done.
Haha! Eat my dust, tough guy. And Mad wins.
Playing with toys? How appropriate.
You wanna play?
You're right. Grow up, Zero.
Oh no, there goes Tokyo.
Amateurs.
Simple phrase, said out with good tone. Basically a Godzilla reference, if none of you know that. It's just uncanny, the timing with the release of this game. It's, you know, it's often said with movies and it's said with games, sometimes some subjects should never be touched. They're just naturally cursed. There's a lot of historic basically recordings of someone who's done a film on a curse and died in similar circumstances, and maybe this is when there's subjects you just shouldn't really touch upon. It's just, it's quite rough ground naturally, but now something actually happens in a similar circumstance, it kind of brings it too close to home. Yeah. Try not to bounce too much off these roofs. Ooh, and a card. Pure luck, really did not know that was there. Really need to switch views. As you're probably noticing as well, it's raining. Beautifully integrated, because now that is constant cooling upon the engine. Changes the gameplay dramatically, as you can notice. Massive truck, constant cooling, a lot of speed. I knew that was there earlier. One of the cars I kept forgetting about. And someone's clipping my butt, as they do. Oh, and whoever did that, I really, really hope I never find them. Stop clipping me. Oh, another card. Kind of going against my own sayings here. Do not collect cards during races. Whoa, a good use of RAM again. Fed up with the people following me, so I'm going to take a more scenic route, I guess. Another card I need. Bit harsh, but he asked for it. Gave me the finger. Oh, nearly flipped over my back then. Oh no. It's like one of those games of bowling, you know as soon as you let go of that ball if you're going to get it in the correct direction. Okay. And now we got an enemy chopper. Who failed. Must have been a Black Ops player. Oh no. Holding on. Victory! Pushing it. Oh, and got it. As you can see, online servers are still not up. There are review copies out there. They again said on Twitter and Facebook, the servers are indeed up. You do not have to concern yourselves. It will be up for release. Where? It's worth taking note that all those characters you just saw is almost like an introduction to the multiplayer character choice. Again, you have to play online to unlock them, but I'm pretty confident that each of those characters you saw is a selectable character, because when they crash and you see them during races, they are actually modeled anyway within the vehicles themselves. So there is no reason you cannot use them for online. Quite a huge selection again. I'm hoping, I am really hoping a multiplayer goes live at some point, and as soon as it does, I will be doing a multiplayer video at some point this year, I hope. I know when I did get online, as I've mentioned before, there were a few level 20 and 30s. Makes me wonder if, because of being a retail copy, I'm not indeed blacklisted. Kinda hope not, because I'll honestly have to say that is a new level of pathetic to blacklist a retail copy. Hey. we'll never know until or if it's released. Really don't want to play with the truck. Ah, thank you for that. Flip my back and you follow me into a wall. Oh no. Worth noting, not a good or a perfect example, but there are a lot of cases within the levels as well where you're pretty confident that for it being physics-based racing, that your vehicle can clear a certain degree, but sadly it's in fact blocked off by an invisible hitbox. Something again I hope they're working on a patch for, because I find it horrible. Whoa, bad place to crash in front of the military. Here come the tanks. And again, you do not want to be in front of them. Get off my car. Gonna have to play this race a bit safer. Oh, come on. Again, he crashed. I crashed even though I was taking him out. Don't understand it. Oh, and there's the choppers. Now I in the race, is it? You git. Of course, he drives away fine, all happy and dandy, because he hit me in the tail, and I'm the one that gets punished for retaliation. Time to push this. Oh, come on. Again, I'm doing the ram onto him, and I'm the one being punished. Do not understand AI in games. I've got this strong thing with you never play chess against an AI opponent. They can see every outcome, they can predict every possible move to each scenario, and in this kind of game it can also be biased, hence the rubber banding, and the player is restricted by physical based interaction, where the AI can bypass it for a more dynamic tone, key locations and timings. Something worth noting in single player, I mean, I might sound like I'm ripping this a new one, I'm not. It's an incredibly good game, but while racing in single player, the events never never happen or get triggered by the AI. Even if they're in first place and you're in 16th, destruction is always triggered by the player's location, hence here. It kind of breaks away from it again, why I really want to play the multiplayer aspect of the game, because obviously each car then is a player, and if you're falling behind, then they could be setting off a lot of key destruction, which might be either you know, a benefit or a complete obstacle. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering, it's just really tired. I really need to actually do one of these videos during the day, but yeah, with a lot of yeah. Just let this comic play out.
Watch it, Zero. Oh, I am onto your game. We both know the Brotherhood's recruiting.
Who?
The Brotherhood, dumbass. Only the best of the best. Exactly what I'm gonna be.
So that dude that died, he was in the Brotherhood?
Yeah. And his spot's gonna be mine, so stay out of my way. Thanks, I guess. But this doesn't change anything.
I suppose with podcasting, I mean, been thinking about it. There's a lot of things that want to do, could do, might do. With the videos, again, feel free to leave any comments, any recommendations. I'm noticing a lot of the most watched podcasts are more of personal rants. Really don't want to get into personal stuff. I usually have to be in the gutter in my own blood before I even ask for help. So making it publicly ain't going to be one of those things I'll be doing. Could talk about a lot of game stuff. Again, due to the move, I have been out of whack with a lot of the stuff going on. I have been posting a lot of news articles from my iPhone to my Facebook page. I suppose could keep them in mind and talk about during the video. I mean, with MotorStorm, there's really not much more I could cover about apart from what's actually going on. But again, I've covered so much. It's only really the downsides at the moment now during the single player, which I really don't want to do. I don't like slandering games, even after all the debate and the fact that, you know, Evolution Studios did review copies for quite a select few, and half of them were equivalent to giving a gold bar to a dying dog. But yeah, jealousy is something I don't do. Personal is something I don't do. Games, more than happy to, but without the core multiplayer aspect, which is obviously the longevity standing point of this game. I'm kind of highly restricted on what I can actually talk about. I mean, I could always talk about Homefront. I did attempt a video last night. I have to say my first 5 minutes was me spawning and getting shot instantly by 2 choppers, a drone and 5 people actually in the spawn point, and thank you for jamming my back wheels, AI. Oh, and now I've been massively punished. Really not impressed with what happened with that. It was just an absolute spawn camp effort. I had the second go and instantly realized that when you deploy a drone you do not take fall damage, so I proceeded to climb the highest building I could as a sniper, proned, took a shot, headshot, bang, enough points, got the drone, just dropped it off the side of the building and proceeded to basically return the favor of spawn camping with my drone. Incredibly unbalanced, very arcadey, and seriously again, instant clip, perfectly by really just not impressed with the lack of understanding with the multiplayer aspect. It's a game that's giving too much control to the player, trying to you know, say, look, if you want to play, here's a nice open environment, but totally misjudge that a lot of gamers are cheap. They're cheap with their tactics, they're cheap with their lack of tactics, and will happily screw their own team over in order just to get a few more kills. Homefront sadly is very bad, as it has no actual maintenance or control apart from the commander. Up to the commander basically if he wants to actually do anything. Of course, if he's the one doing it, well, you kind of just bow your head in shame and go into Unreal Tournament mode, which is grab a gun, run around and hope for the best. I will be attempting again. Maybe I should actually attempt it during the day when British people are playing, no offense. I find British people a lot more catering for their team. Late night gaming is usually followed by high-pitched rants that could cause hamsters to implode from the sheer pitch of whining. Something I will look into, but until I finish these Pacific Rift videos, really not high priority. I mean, this Friday in UK is Crisis. Had a go at the retail copy today on the 360. I will be picking up on the PS3. This is because the 360, even though it is absolutely jaw-dropping amazing, it's oh, I actually won. It's supposedly missing a lot of the key effects which the PC has, and the PS3 is proven to be the closest quality-wise and ability-wise. Frame rate-wise has been something of a debate, as the demo was very bad with frame rate and recently pulled. But then saying that the first 360 demo was incredibly horrible. The beta was borderline unplayable and the controls were so floaty that it would take 2 seconds for you to stop moving. Hopefully the PS3s had the same issues, because they would have used the same build in order to build the demo, hopefully updating the engine on the background to retail code and re-release. Also this Friday is the 3DS. Sadly I will not be buying one due to financial issues. I've done previous videos, I've had my hands on, I'll be quiet for this a sec.
Oh, dusklight, looting? I smell a Pulitzer.
Turn it off, now!
Say that again. Let me get your good side.
Oh, you're toast.
Hold on. Boss wants him alive.
In the leg, then.
That wasn't my leg.
I hate monster trucks. But yeah, the 3DS is out this Friday. I will not be buying one. I have had the hands on and I've done a very rough video, in fact one of my first. Slowly over time realizing my own style. I really do need a new mic because I keep finding I am too monotone with a lot of these other mics. These are mainly used for voice communication because I play Warcraft. Yay, go me. But from an actual video standpoint, I do not match the quality of the videos that I want to perceive. I will also be attempting soon to edit a video. I might actually do a full-on review of this game, bar the multiplayer aspect, and I will be doing a lot of editing, fine-tuning. I might actually script it instead of trying to talk on the fly, which I seem to sometimes brain freeze on. But then this is one of those games I find it so hard to focus. Ooh, mine. And there's that crash. Not good to start elimination in the last place. 3DS, I could get it quite cheap. Game Station discount. Basically the competition alone with a lot of pre-orders. I noticed Morrison's was doing it for 187 British pounds. Really not too shabby. Problem is, a lot of the initial release content is just not there. I mean, the e-shopping channel is not going to be live for at least a month. A lot of the games are third-party games. Zelda, Kid Icarus and all that is a later date. Again, Nintendo is seriously the tail swiping git. Oof, that took a lot of effort to recall myself. Nintendo quite famous for doing, yeah, here's our initial release a few months down the line. Oh yeah, we've added a considerably better battery and given you the colour that you originally wanted. I've always wanted a lime green DS, never got one. Had the original silver brick. Traded that in for a 52, which wasn't too shabby. Noticed the deal, so now is extra light in that. You could pick up a 3DS, for example, with Game Station. Free advertisement, they bloody owe me. For 130. I can't boost. I just, like, I think in short what I'm saying is there's going to be better package deals in my eyes. Hopefully pick something up with, get out the way you quit. Yay, I've been eliminated because the AI deliberately sabotaged. Really, really hate that with this game. Too predictable with the AI routines. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting some kind of Zelda bundle, hopefully a green 3DS. We saw quite a few colors during the Nintendo press release conference. If it's lime green, I would happily sell my soul for one, because obviously TheLimeGreenGamer, guess what my favorite color is. Again, they might even do, I'm hoping, like they did with the anniversary ones, with the sweet decals. Okay, somehow I've bypassed the race. Strange. But yeah, you got the gist of the elimination.
I gotta go. You, know that, right?
Yeah, we don't want to miss this.
You're okay, kid.
Jeez, Cutter, are you okay?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused how I managed to skip that race, but I guess it's because I've already come first place in it, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, I'm hoping they do some sweet 3DS, hopefully green or Zelda green, maybe even gold with the tri-star symbol. They did it with the normal DS, hopefully. I don't want to end up with standard colours because it gets a bit excessive where the initial release colours, everyone seems to have one, and it just kind of gets mind-numbing when you're sat there with the same colour. I like uniqueness. Worst case, I might actually get, finally settle down, get one, and I might even customise it as I've done before with a lot of my consoles. Get off me. Seriously, leave me alone. AI has gone into pure bitch mode. Way, I made it. Never done that before, and I don't think I'll be attempting that again. How do you like it? Again, I do the RAM and I seem to float through the AI. I really, really want to play against real people, real mistakes, believable mistakes. Again, I really hope that Evolution Studios is taking its time to either create a patch, hopefully a patch, so this copy ain't going to become a brick. But then again, with the patch, I hope they are not going to remove all the elements that they've already basically concreted in. Nothing worse than to end up with a game without the pedestrians and that, because it's just going to remove a lot of the atmosphere from the game. Timber. And just like that, we're suddenly on another race route. Welcome to MotorStorm Apocalypse. Oh, that was a sweet jump. Whoop. Always keep forgetting to take that jump safely. Again, invisible cliff. I'm really confused where this first place person's going to. There we go. Wait. How the hell does a buggy... Oh, everyone just wants to play dirty now. And of course, I can't keep straight now because everyone is flipping my back wheel. The most annoying tactic ever created in racing. Bugger off. It's like flies to shit. Must have back wheel, must have back wheel. As you can see, first place is miles away. But hopefully, if I do a full cooldown into a full ramp, stolen. A lot of tactical racing in this game, but please consider your other players. Do not hump the back wheel. I mean, I'm hoping as gamers people will realise there's some kind of unwritten code. There are certain things you shouldn't do, teabagging being one of them. It's just completely disrespectful and it really infuriates other players. In fact, whoever came up with teabagging really needs to look in the mirror. Good old Road Rash reference.
Ah! Oh man, there goes my high score.
It's the end of the world and you're playing video
I would.
Just waiting for you. Oh!
Red flare, Zero. It's the big one.
Let's get to the carrier.
And welcome to the last race of day 2. This is quite an interesting one, kind of like the prologue, which is a straight up to the festival. This one is more of a straight up survival race to the boat before it leaves. I do like a lot of games that have the one-way races. I don't like laps. I never have. I find it quite monotonous is a good word. Straight up races though allow a lot more dynamic adaptation within the race courses. And as you can see, I'm not the only one trying to race back. And welcome people to the end of the world. Right, awesome. Remember this level from the E3 and other various game show demos and videos on YouTube. All great and all, but hell, this is me racing. Risky as hell and with a bit of luck, hopefully successful. You can see I really push the cars as well. Oh, there we go. It's done this way. Trying to remember the route, very bad. Thankfully, giant arrows conveniently. I think my mic just crackled again. I apologise for that. I really need to sort this out. Or sort it out again. I would love to get a mic. I know it's going for £80. Want to really push a professional standard. Oh, thank you for that bike. I know we're not trying to race, but please do not scratch the paint. Red flares, as you probably noticed in a lot of races, emergency or direct routes, sometimes even shortcuts. I know what you're thinking, no, you cannot have one of these bridges. Man, the first time I did that race I had like 2 seconds spare. Some cars didn't make it. Guess you won't be seeing them in the sequel. Don't know why things always got to end with someone going towards a sunset. I would like to see something end with someone going away from a sunset.
You're alive. That's cool.
I guess.
But hey, check it out.
Oh, you made the Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Brotherhood's first sister.
Congratulations.
Thanks for the challenge, Mesh.
You'll see. Next time, I'll be all over you.
And so, Mash's MotorStorm was over. But his isn't the only story. There's plenty more to tell. I got shot. Tyler nearly got thrown off a building, and Big Dog... Well, as I said, there's more to tell. I filmed it, so you'll see.
And there we go. As mentioned, there is quite an underlying story. As the rookie, you were just getting the rundown, brief version. You're not part of it. You're not involved in it. You're just straight up racing. With the pro, it gets very interesting, and with the veteran, I haven't actually done it, and I have to say, there's quite a unique story arc with him. And there we go, first on all of them. Just gotta go through and collect the cards. As a good old Flash I discovered in college used to scream, read the cards, read the cards. Yeah, insanity and sleep, really shouldn't do that. But yeah, this is been the Lime Green Gamer. You'll have to let me know again what you think. If you know, do you prefer rambling, do you prefer straight up, would you prefer it on the fly, would you prefer scripted, unedited, edited, full on cuts, shorter cuts, highlights? Please, the more information you give, the better I can cater. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon.